Beetroot is one of those wonderful vegetables that are so versatile, and I'm going to make a beautiful salad for you. So when you're searching for really good quality beetroot, ideally you want them to come with the leaves on, because this shows off how fresh they are. You can see how tender the leaves are, and in actual fact you can eat these leaves. So if you like, for this recipe, you can keep these small little tender ones and you can eat them raw. You just want to make sure that you do give them a really good wash, because they can be quite sandy. So there's many different ways to cook beetroot, but I'm going to cook them in some Glad foil. By doing that, we're really keeping that concentrated flavour of the beetroot and the second flavour that I'm adding to this. So 2 pieces of foil, 1, 2. I use 2 just to make sure we really make a nice warm blanket in there for our beetroot. So you want to wrap them individually. I'll add a small knob of butter, and I'm using unsalted butter for this recipe because I am going to be using a stock cube which has loads of flavour and salt already. So 1 knob of butter will just break up. And now for the stock cube, a fantastic ingredient to have in your pantry. These don't have any artificial flavours or colourings. It's got salt in it, so no extra salt is needed. And we just need a small amount, so we're going to get all the flavour from it. You can imagine this stock cube, when it's mixed in with the beautiful butter, it's going to form a delicious juice. So we'll just crumble a small amount on top. We're going to wrap this nice and tight. Just like that. All right, so I'm going to wrap the rest of the beetroots, and then they go into the oven, 190 degrees, for about 2 hours. Okay, the beetroots are nearly ready, so let's make a quick sauce to go with it. And for me, I always associate beetroot with creme fraiche. They just work so well together. And horseradish, so a few generous spoonfuls of the creme fraiche. So I'm using the creme fraiche as essentially the oil component to this, so you don't need to add any extra virgin olive oil. We will add some acid, so a little bit of vinegar. I'm using some white wine vinegar. You can use any vinegar you like. Combine that, so you really want that tang to really counteract that creaminess. And some horseradish cream. And some Dijon mustard. 1 more stir. In fact, I will use the whisk so we don't have any lumps whatsoever. Okay, sauce is ready. So once the beetroot come out of the oven, I'm going to allow them to cool slightly, pop some gloves on because they do stain, and then peel them and cut them into wedges. Right, the messy work is done. They've been peeled and they're cut into wedges. They smell fantastic. There is nothing that compares to freshly roasted beetroot. So to finish this off, let's use our creamy dressing. I like to pour it over our beetroot and then give everything a really good toss. Just is going to taste so much better because it's going to absorb that flavour. And you just want to gently do it. Don't over mix it because you still want to see some of that creamy colour. I'm going to pour this into a presentation platter just in the centre there. I was very generous with that dressing, and that was my intention because it is so yummy. And then we want some texture. So I like to use some hazelnuts that I've toasted, a good sprinkle of them over the top. And then the leaves that we reserved, we can use them now. Tear them over, and a few herbs that always go with beetroot, coarse dill. So I'm going to pick that over the top, just let that drop over. Some chervil if you have. Again, picking over. I love all those real soft herbs to go with the earthiness and the sweetness of the beetroot. And good old parsley, I'll just rip that over the top, just a small amount. And that is a beautiful salad. It's a sharing salad in the middle of the table, maybe with some roast chook or many other things. Beetroot, give them a try. Try cooking them from scratch. You will absolutely taste the difference.